Hi everyone, it's Brian. Happy Tuesday. I know I haven't been on for a while, but you guys are going to start to see me back again. Just busy schedule, holidays, everything just kind of caught up. I'm going to wait a second to see if anybody comes online. Today I'm just kind of doing a different twist on breakfast for dinner. But we're kind of combining it. Hey Robin, how are you? Just kind of combining it where, you know, if you saw my post yesterday, I bought a boatload of bacon. So, of course, it can't sit in my house without actually doing something with it. So, today I'm actually kind of combining a couple of our new products, showing you how they work, but also kind of putting a twist. Hi, Chris. Hi, Bunny. Oh, my God, everybody's coming on now. Putting a different twist on breakfast / lunch for dinner, okay? So, we have a new bubble waffle pan. I'm having so much fun with this. It's actually, it's a top and a bottom. You just kind of open it, okay? And then you fill it with your waffle batter, okay? Or you can do so many other things with that, and I'm going to be posting some different recipes for anybody who purchases the pan. But it's a little hot because you want to kind of heat it up first. So I want to kind of just get this out of the way for a second, just so I don't make a mistake and burn myself. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we stop putting it on, when we stop making the waffle, okay? But in the meantime, I want to make the waffle batter, okay? This is our new batter mixer and dispenser. I love this thing. It helps if you put the cover on. I love this thing because you can ultimately mix your batters, your cake batters. It will fit a whole box of cake mix in there. But in this case, we're going to make waffles, but we're going to put a little spin on them, okay? And it does come with recipes for making standard waffles, you know, with the vanilla, the sugar, and things like that. I eliminated the sugar, and I eliminated the vanilla. The rest of the recipe I followed, I actually doubled it, because we're going to make 3. I had to stop and think, is that 3? We're going to make 3, okay? But here's basically how this looks. It looks like a big cylinder. You got a top piece, a cap, and then you actually have, where's my other piece? You actually have the plunger, okay? So basically what you do is whenever you're using this particular product, you're going to take the top off, and all the liquid ingredients are going to go in first. So in this particular case, again, remember I doubled it. So I have 2 eggs going in. I have some melted butter. And then I have some milk. And again, this particular recipe... Hi, Amanda. I'm squinting a little because I don't have my glasses on. So, if I look a little funny, don't worry about it. Okay? It's not me you want to pay attention to, you want to pay attention to the recipe. Okay, so I have my liquid ingredients in there. And then what I did was I took the flour, the baking soda, and what would have been normally the vanilla would have went in here, and the sugar would have went in here. So dry ingredients kept separate, liquid goes in. So all the liquid ingredients go in. But in this case, all I did was I took the flour, added the baking soda, and to that I added about 1/4 teaspoon, maybe 1/2 teaspoon of our 3 onion rub, okay? So that's going to go right into the cylinder. And I'm trying to do this easy so I don't really make a mess. Okay, there we go. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put the top on. No problem, I saw waffles and got excited. Well, these are going to be like sandwiches more than waffles, okay? But you get the gist of how you can use this to make other things other than just plain old waffles, okay? So now you're going to kind of just put the top on and you're going to twist it. Now, here, if you guys can see this, right here, there's a button, a slide button, and there's 3 different dots. One is a little bit small, one is a medium dot, one is a larger dot, and that's 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons of batter. That's how much is going to dispense when you push it. Okay, so now all you're going to do basically is take the plunger and you're going to mix this up. Okay? And you keep mixing it up until everything kind of gets incorporated. Okay? Somehow I'm thinking I don't have enough ingredients in here. Actually, I don't. Let me check the... No, I gotta add some more milk. That's what it was. I messed up on the milk. Hold on, guys. Or I had the milk poured somewhere. Maybe I forgot to pour that in. I don't know. But I'm gonna add a little bit more milk because this is just a little bit too thick. Okay. I don't think... I doubled the whole recipe, but I don't think I doubled this side of the recipe. So I get getting excited about it after just cooking 15 pieces of bacon, okay? Well, eating about 5. Okay, there we go, much better. Okay, so we got this, and we're mixing this up, okay? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this plunger piece, and you're gonna just lay it in front. Let me get my pan out. So again, the waffle pan is hot. You want to make sure the pan is hot. I'm going to kind of do this so that you guys can see it. Move this a little bit. I hope you can still see that. Okay. So now we're going to take the plunger off. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to just take this plunger piece. We're going to put it on and we're going to snap it on like that. You just want to kind of push it on the counter to make sure it's on there well. Okay. We're going to push this down, okay, tighten it, and then what you want to do is you want to actually let some air in there, which I didn't do. There we go. Push this down. There we go. We're rocking and rolling now. Okay? And then what I want to do is I want to make sure this is on 3, which is the 3 tablespoons, okay? So I'm going to turn that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this base off, but first I'm going to open the pan. And it's 2 pieces, so it comes apart very easily, okay? I can't really do it with my left hand, okay? But it's 2 pieces and it comes apart like that. So you have a top and a bottom, okay? So to insert that, before you put the waffle mix on, what you're going to do is you're going to kind of oil the pan just slightly, okay? You're going to take the cover off the bottom, okay? So there we go. And then all you're going to do, just to make sure you guys can see this, is just, it's like a gun handle. You're just going to push this, okay? You're going to push this, and out comes the batter. Okay? And you're going to fill it. But now the difference is, remember, we didn't put the vanilla because we don't really want this to be sweet. We want it to be savory. So we used onion rub instead of vanilla. Okay? So now I'm going to just kind of put this on the pan, on the stove. Okay? Heat it up, and we're going to cook it about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Okay? Just kind of let it sit there. And then we're going to wait for that waffle to be done. We're going to put this aside for just a second. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of slice some tomatoes and grate some lettuce. And in case you haven't figured it out yet, we're making a BLT, okay? So I'm going to take our quick slice, and I get another plate for the tomatoes. The quick slice is amazing. I just basically took the labels off the tomatoes. You have a catch a drawer, a base, and a blade system. So what I'm going to basically do is just move this little bit of lettuce over because I'm not going to really need that. Okay. You're going to take the blade and you're going to kind of, let me see, pull this closer to me. There we go. Take the blade, stab the tomato, rock it back and forth a little bit, put it on the base, rock this back and forth, and you have sliced tomatoes. And they're all the same size. I'm not going to use the end, so I'm going to just kind of put the end a little separate a little bit. And we're going to put those tomatoes on the plate. We're going to do the same thing for the next one. Okay? Stab it. Rock it. And then we're going to rock it here. The nice part about this is, as you saw, this particular tomato was a little soft. Probably on its last leg. But it still went through nicely. Okay? So there's 2. And then we're going to do the third one. Now, this is a recipe I made up. There is no rhyme or reason to how many tomatoes you use or how much lettuce you're going to use or how many pieces of bacon. I used about 15 pieces of bacon. You can use as many as you want. Remember, this is not going to be just a single waffle. This is going to be a family waffle. Okay, I'm going to just turn that waffle pan over. Get the last of the tomato off. Okay. And then, I hope Doreen is on watching. I don't know if she's out and about. I hope she's on because she just got this product from my customer appreciation event. And I know she was eager to see it in action, so I'm actually demonstrating it. So there's my tomatoes. We're going to put those aside. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the prep grater, which is this device here. I'm going to kind of move it down. It's kind of stuck on the counter right now because I made sure I was prepping some of the lettuce, okay? But this is basically what it looks like. I'm going to take the suction cups off so you guys get to see what this whole thing looks like, okay? Comes with 4 suction cups. I actually have 2 still on there, but I have the other 2 here. I can't even see. Hi, Deanne. But basically, this is what it looks like, and it has the slicing blade in here. Okay? So, we're going to just put the suction cups back on. And this thing does stick to your counter. I'm going to forewarn you. Okay? So, you just press down on it, and it does not go anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Okay? Let me just kind of check on this waffle. Okay, we're just about there. Okay? And all I did was take a head of lettuce, and I already shredded some, okay? It comes with 3 different blades. It comes with a nice big storage container, which holds about 12 to 13 cups. And it's nice because this is going to shred our lettuce perfectly for what we need it for. So we're going to put that under. We put the blade in. Just going to get rid of that little piece of the head there. We're going to take the food pusher out, okay? You're going to take the lettuce and basically just stuff the lettuce in here, okay? And then all you're going to do is put the press down, okay? And you're going to just basically turn this, oops, bowl in there nicely, and you kind of see what's happening, how easy that shredded that lettuce. All right, waffle number 1 is done, so I'm going to kind of switch gears for a second. Get my my trivet back out here. Okay. We're going to get the waffle pan out. Okay. So we poured the batter in. The pan was hot. We poured the batter in. Okay. And then all we're going to do is open this up. This is like Christmas. It comes with a little, very heavy silicone-based fork. So what you're going to do is basically go in there and you take your waffle out. And that's what it looks like. Okay? We're going to put that one on the pan. On the dish. And we're going to do waffle number 2. Take the base off. Spray this down. And don't worry if you put too much batter. It has a little kind of rim here that will actually catch all the batter, okay? You just want to kind of make sure you have enough in there. I think we do on that one. We're going to put this on the stove. Let it do its thing. But I love the concept of this the waffle maker right here. Because now what you can do, let's say you wanted to make this the traditional waffle and you wanted to turn this into a waffle cone. All you would have to do is roll it like this and kind of put it in a jar, in a glass. Once it gets cools down, it will become firm. But in this case, we don't want to touch it at this point. We want to leave it flat, okay? I'm just going to grab some mayo. Okay. Let this cool off before you kind of do the next step. Okay, but we'll move this aside and I'll show you the rest of the lettuce. How we're going to grate that. See, this is just a lettuce head, iceberg, that's cubed. I took the stem out, okay? We're going to basically, again, put this in. This is a great tool for grating cheese, soft, hard, slicing carrots, celery, when you're doing things in bulk. It's really ideal for that. The grating blade is also good for hash browns. Grating potatoes for hash browns. Hi Nancy, how are you? Hi Rolene, how are you? I know I missed some of you guys and I'm sorry about that. But just comment on the post, okay? Share away. And again, let me move the mayo jar. It's tough when I have this small kitchen. This counter is only so big. I can't wait for the new kitchen. But you see basically how easy this shreds. Put the holder in, push it down, and there you go. I mean, in a matter of seconds, it shredded the whole head of lettuce. Okay? And the great part is, like I said, that's great. It's great for the thicker things like cabbage. Oh, hi Autumn. Hi. Hey Kim, you made it. Your hair looks marvelous. Of course it does, because you did it. I love having a hairdresser who lives right down the street. It's incredible. I can get my hair cut on a whim, thanks to Kim. Okay? So we kind of just stuffed that in there. So we got about, I don't know, let's see what we ended up with out of one head. One head of lettuce, we got about 10 cups of lettuce. Now we may not use it all. Actually, we're going to use most of it. I just thought of another idea how we're going to work that. Okay? But there's the lettuce. We sliced the tomatoes. One waffle is done. Cleanup for this is a breeze, but let me kind of flip the waffle. Check this out, see what we're doing. Okay, that waffle is great on one side. We're going to flip it over. It takes anywhere between 3 to 4 minutes per side, depending on how thick you want your waffle. Some people tend to like it thicker. Some tend to love it, a little on the thinner side. But remember, that doesn't have the vanilla. It doesn't have the sugar. I took those out and I added onion spice, our 3-onion rub, to it so we can make it kind of more on the idea of a kind of savory waffle. Okay? So in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to start building. And it's as simple as this. Okay? I'm going to get a spreader out. Here we go. So, let's get this grater out of the way. Put this in the sink. Okay. Clean up my mess. I love having a big sink right there in the island. You're going to take some mayonnaise. I say some. This is up to you. And you're going to just take this and you're going to spread it over the waffle. Okay. Now, you could use fat-free mayonnaise. You could even use Greek yogurt if you wanted, okay? And now we're going to start building the waffle. But in the meantime, I just want to check. Yep, this waffle is done. So waffle number 2 is done. So let's move this over first. I know, I'm sorry, guys. I keep going back and forth. I wanted to initially have 2 of them done before I started, but I wanted you guys to see the mixer in action, okay? So there's the second one. There's the second waffle. Okay, and you'll notice it does get a little darker as you go on, but again, most of the time you're going to be at the stove paying attention to it as opposed to necessarily me here and trying to explain it to you. But the idea is really, as you start to see it get a little hotter, just turn the flame down, okay? And then we're going to work on our third one, okay? So we're going to squirt the batter in, and we may have a little bit of extra batter, maybe not, very little. We're going to close this up. We're going to put it on the stove. And in this case, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Okay. So now we got 2 waffles done. Okay. So we got mayonnaise on one side. Now we're going to start to build it. Okay. We're going to take some shredded lettuce. Put that on the waffle. And you want a good coating on it. By the way, this is going to be dinner tonight. I can't wait. This is why I love coming online. So I get to make dinner for you, show you guys how to make dinner, but then I get to eat dinner. Okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some tomatoes. If you're an avocado fan, now's the time to put the avocados. But for this first try at this recipe, we're going to actually leave it alone. And we're not going to necessarily put avocados. Okay? And then we're going to put half the bacon. So what you're putting is about half the lettuce, maybe a little bit less than half the lettuce, half the tomatoes, and half the bacon. Again, no rhyme or reason of how much bacon you put in my house. It's kind of like ear. You can never get enough of it. So we're going to kind of put that. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take, you know what, we're going to take this off the plate now. We're going to put it on a cutting board. Before it gets too high and crazy to try to get off. There we go. Okay, now we're going to take the second waffle and we're going to put it right on top. So you see where we're going with this, okay? I don't know if you guys can kind of see that. I certainly hope so. I'm going to check the third waffle. We're good. Oh, we overfilled this one, but that's okay. Not a big deal. That's why I said it has that channel on the outside, okay? So now the same thing. We're going to spread some more mayonnaise on this. You can flavor this mayonnaise, which would be really good, with maybe some garlic, even some dill would be good. It's entirely up to you. And now we build the second layer. We'll be back shortly. Alright, Kim. We're going to add the second layer of lettuce. And I probably will have extra lettuce, and that's okay. Shredded lettuce I can always use on sandwiches and things of that nature. I don't worry about that. One thing you do want to be careful with the shredded lettuce is it's going to go fast. It's going to go bad a lot faster than regular lettuce because we tore it all apart already. Okay. Now before we do that, I'm going to flip the waffle on its last leg. Okay. We're going to kind of let it do its thing. So we have lettuce. Now we need tomatoes. Put that right on top. I'm all about big food. But the concept behind this is, really, when you kind of think about this whole thing, the spillover is for sampling as you go. Oh, you bet, Lisa. That's one of the benefits of cooking. Get to lick the spoon, the whole 9 yards. The concept behind this is you can easily turn this into lunch for 4, because you're going to cut it this way and this way, or dinner for 2, and you're just going to cut it in half. It would actually end up about the size of a 12-inch pita pocket cut in half. How much rub did you add? Patricia, I added about, all in all, the 3-onion rub, I added about a tablespoon into the waffle mix. But remember, I eliminated the sugar, and I didn't put the vanilla. I didn't want it to be sweet. I wanted it to be more savory. Okay? So now to this, okay, we're going to add the rest of the bacon. We're going to put that on top. Oh, there goes that tomato. Okay? And now we're going to see what the last waffle looks like. And the last waffle is done. So we're going to move that over. And like I said, this one had a little bit of spill. Actually, don't the mayonnaise. Now, you know, if this was mine and I was eating it, I'm probably going to put more mayonnaise. But that's okay. That's me. It doesn't have to be you. Okay? So we're going to open this up. And you see what I mean? There was kind of spillage, and I filled this one up too much. Okay? But that's okay. What we're going to do is we're just going to kind of go in there. Take the tip of your fork. Okay? Pull this out. Away from it. And as Lisa says, this is sampling for the chef. Okay? I love the waffle pan. It's amazing the fun you can have with this. Get the kids involved for breakfast. Okay? And then ultimately, you're going to just put this on top like this. Okay? And there is your triple-decker BLT. Now what I'll do is I'll clean this mess for a second and I'll cut this so you guys get to see it. Okay? And you'll see how nice this really kind of looks presentation-wise for a plate. It works well for brunches, it works well for lunches, it works well for dinners. Get my plate out, I'm going to get my bread knife out. You want to kind of just push this down a little bit, okay? Again, we're having it for dinner, so we're going to do half, okay? So you just go right down the middle. Okay, and I'll show you what it looks like in the middle. Let me get a spatula. I don't want to try to pick that up with my hands. I'm going to have it fall all apart. Okay, but, oh, I got to go all the way through. There we go. Okay, there is, oh, let me pick it up so I can show you guys. Okay, there is the triple-decker waffle BLT, okay? And you would just basically put this on the plate, and you can serve it with whatever you want. Tomato fell out, but that's okay. We'll eat that later, okay? And there you go, guys. That's exactly what it looks like. The best of both worlds. It's breakfast and lunch, but we're having it at dinner. And you can just serve this with anything. I mean, it's got pretty much everything you need on it right there. So you could serve it with anything. We're going to just have some pickle spears and maybe some chips or something like that. But the idea is the bubble pan is not just for breakfast. You know, the concept behind this is you can use that to have a lot of fun with making lunch, dinner, all kinds of great stuff. Quesadillas, put two crust downs. Thanks, Autumn. Thank you, Lisa. But the idea is play with it. You got to have this product. It's amazing. Now, you can ultimately make pizzas on it. Take a pizza dough, kind of throw that in there. All kinds of great ideas for this pan, and you'll get access to all the recipes as well. Okay? But primarily it's for waffles. Just, you know, using the cake batter dispenser is another amazing product because you'll see there was no, ultimately all I had was that batter dispenser. I didn't have a bowl. I didn't have all that other stuff that I had to mix. Basically, I just threw it all in there, mixed it up, squirted it, cooked it. Okay? I'll show you guys quickly what this looks like cut in fours, or one piece cut in half. And I will tell you that when you do this and you start stacking things like this, especially things like that's got lettuce on it that's a little watery, let it cool. Make sure the waffle is firm before you stop playing around with it and picking it up. But there's a serving for one. Okay, now you can take this to the next level. I've already taken it one level higher. You can take it even higher by adding some grated cheese on top, maybe some grated cheddar, some grated mozzarella. I'm sorry, I missed that last message. I couldn't tell who that was on, but I will go back and actually answer all your messages. Makes me want a BLT. Hugs, my friend. Thank you, Nancy. Hugs to you as well. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope I see you in Hawaii. But ultimately, add some grated cheese to this, some cheddar cheese, maybe some sharp cheese, even provolone, some mozzarella, whole slices of mozzarella, and just put it in the oven for a little bit. Under the broiler maybe, kind of melt that cheese. That brings it to another level. Again, like I said, avocado works well with this, but for me, it's all about the traditional BLT, just kind of juiced up a little bit by adding it on a BLT crust, okay? So there you go, guys. There's my first Tuesday back. I will actually be trying to make it a point to come on regularly again on Tuesdays. If not on Tuesdays, definitely on Thursdays. One of those days I will be coming on. I'm probably leaning more towards Thursdays because that seems to be the freer day of my week. But we'll kind of take it from there. But I do miss you guys, and I appreciate you all for viewing in. I hope you like the recipe. Again, you want to get your hands on the waffle pan because these are all brand new products. The prep grater, the batter mixer, By all means, shoot me a message, a private message, let me know. We can book a show for you, get it for free. You know, we have some great deals coming up with half-price items, 60% off items on Rock Rocks this month, 60% off items on all the cookware next month. Get a hold of me. I'm really shooting for some big goals this year, guys, and I'm hoping I can get your support one more time. As you kind of saw on my post, I'm 3/4 of the way to being $1 million consultant. I don't ask me how that happened. I truly don't know. All I know is it's been an amazing journey. May make 16 years selling spatulas. I can't imagine. I can't figure it out either. It's just been a wonderful, wonderful journey with thanks to all your support. But again, I'm looking to really increase my business this season. Going into the fall, so I'm kind of booking a lot more shows than normal. So I have room on my calendar. Let me know if you'd like to book a show. We can kind of get this for you for free. Get it half price. Get our new stainless steel wok, which you would fall in love with. It's the one I made the ice cream bomb with. Isn't it funny how I can turn all the pans into making desserts? But there's the idea for a waffle, triple layer waffle, bubble waffle BLT. Okay? I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, a little bit later, I'll be answering all your comments. If you had any questions, comment below. Okay? Thanks, guys. Have a great night.